Will boring YouTube videos make you more money? I believe the answer is yes. So in this video, I'm going to show you the new way of posting videos so each one actually sells and grows your business even without a lot of views. And you're going to like it because it's actually less work and it's easier to stay consistent too. And I'll also give you two examples of such videos in a second, and these videos will show you exactly what this boring system is. But let me tell you first that making money on YouTube has changed. So before, many creators had to wait 1 or even 2 years to be monetized, right? They were posting random content to find what is working. So let's say on one day it was how to make money online. The other day, what kind of AI tools you want to use. And all these different signals were actually mixing together and they weren't helping at all to grow your channel fast or effectively. So what is the difference? What does it look like right now? So right now businesses can sell since day one. And even if you've been selling something online or on the different platform, now you can just enter YouTube, record a few first videos, and you'll be making sales because the approach is completely different. It's the same like, for example, with gym. If you are going to the gym for the first time ever, chances are you will not be able to perform exercises properly, the technique will be off, and everything will not work that well. So if you have someone who is already experienced, right? They go to the gym for 5, 10 years and you're just getting started and you go with them, then you will see that you speed up the whole process. And instead of, for example, learning by yourself for the next 2, 3, or 5 years, then you learn, let's say 1 or 2 months, right? This is a big difference. So now people can monetize since day one. They know exactly what to post. They understand that views and subscribers don't necessarily mean money. And now every video also follows the same framework. So just think about it. If you want to record a video and every time you need to find new framework, new ideas, new way to package all this together, it will take you a lot of time. However, if you have just one framework and you use it over and over again, now it makes it stupidly simple. You just repeat this framework and that's it. And this is how businesses make money on YouTube, because there is a fundamental difference between entertaining content and educational content. If you want to make money outside of a platform and make really big money, you don't want to be in an entertaining niche, but you want to create educational content. And educational content can be literally everything, and you'll see those examples, you'll know what I mean. So here are the examples, and also how you can copy this system. And there are only 3 paths, in my opinion, you can take to create a successful business on YouTube. So first, obviously, you can use wow factor. Wow factor, it means polished editing, retention editing, all this fancy stuff. So it's very expensive, time consuming, and you need probably someone to do it for you, or maybe you're editor yourself. So then you can go and create the channel with wow factor. And then the second path is that you use your expert edge. And someone who is using the expert edge very well is, for example, Alex Hormozy. So his channel is simple, but he explains everything in a very simple and proper way. So he is using expert edge very, very well, but it's also quite difficult and you already need to be an expert. The third one is, in my opinion, the most sustainable and is the easiest for anyone who is just getting started or just building brand. And this one is that you can be the magnet. And I know many people don't want to show their faces, but in my opinion, this is the easiest way on how you can get to $10,000 or even $100,000 per month on YouTube with your business. And the truth is, you don't need to be anyone special. Like, am I special? I'm just a guy speaking to the microphone, recording with an iPhone, and that's it, right? And that was enough for me to make $50,000 with my first ever YouTube channel. And to show you exactly how cringe my videos were, I'll just show you my first video ever, and then you will see that if people are able to pay for something like that, they'll be able to pay for everything. So as you can see, this is my first video ever, right? It's very cringy. I'm just somewhere outside. I'm a little bit too fat. My hairstyle is off. Everything is weird about this video. Nevertheless, this was my recording style for the whole journey of this channel. And this channel at its peak was making $50,000 per month. So as you can see, it's not really that you have to have like special skills. You can be magnet by yourself. You just need to accept that you're a person, like normal person, like everyone else. So here are the examples. First, we have this guy that is basically showing you how to make a pickle Pepsi at home. And I want to show you this video. So this video has nothing. There is no editing here. There is nothing interesting. He is waiting for 4 or 5 seconds to start even talking, and this video generated nearly 8 million views in just 3 months. Obviously this channel is quite big, but here's the magnet. He's just showing something interesting that people want to watch, and here is the person that people want to connect with, right? So probably there is a lot of older people watching this guy, but it doesn't really matter. It works for him, so it can work for you as well. And another example is Hamza himself. And sometimes you can see that he's still using the same style as he was starting with. So let's say just, talking head videos and stuff like that. So this was his style since beginning. And to prove it to you, here is one of the first videos of Hamza. As you can see, 6 years ago, United Kingdom, 40,000 views on this video, which is solid. And this video, it's not that great. You see there is no retention editing here. He's just showing his routine, whatever that is. And then he's just sitting and speaking. He's just, talking about the topic he wants to talk about and showing something that people need to understand if they want to improve their mental health. So Hamza was the magnet here, and the same with this guy here. He is the magnet. He is not different from me than you. He is just doing the work. So in my opinion, if you don't know what kind of style you want, in my opinion, you should pick this one. Use the expert edge if you have, for example, 5 or 6 years of experience, or wow factor if you have editing skills and you're very good at editing videos. Otherwise, just be the magnet. It's easy. It's just like making friends just on YouTube, right? So here is the step 1. You need to find your video topic. And most people really overcomplicate this step. You only need to know what is your niche and what problem you solve, and then you know what your audience needs, right? So for example, I help people learn how to dance, right? Very simple topic. You help them with very specific thing. So now your content ideas might be mistakes people make while learning how to dance, beginner's guide on how to dance, and maybe also style like, for example, bachata or salsa, whatever. Or for example, 3 moves every dancer must know. And that's it. You don't really need to overcomplicate this. You don't need to find secret topics. You just need to use your experience and show it in a way that people see that you know what you're talking about, and that's it. This is enough, right? If you show yourself, your personality, if you are very slow, just be slow. If you are very fast, just be fast. Just be yourself. Maybe goofy, maybe intelligent, whatever. I guarantee that on YouTube you will find at least 10,000 people that are exactly the same like you in terms of personality, and then you'll be able to sell to these people. Now, step 2 is basically to write down your talking points, and there are 2 reasons for it. So the first one, you will not ramble that much. I like to strive from the topic. I like to talk too much. So this is something that keeps me focused on the topic and don't strive too much. And you also have your chapters ready. And this is good for SEO because if you add chapters to each video, it's much better than keywords, and each chapter can rank in Google. So now, let's say you create one video and you have 5 or 6 chapters, it means that you can rank on 6 different keywords just at the same time, just recording the same video, just because you have your chapters ready. So this is why you should do it. And make sure to keep it simple. Write just short sentences and only note details that you might forget. So if there is any specific detail, number, obviously note it down because you will need it later. Step 3 is to prepare a short presentation. And you might use Miro, Google Doc, or you might even use Canva for bullet points, right? You can even split screen, but it's very important that people can see you ideally throughout the whole video. So it's easier for them to build trust, to get to know you, and then eventually buy something from you, right? So this is pretty much self-explanatory. If you have your talking points, you do what I'm doing here. So you just have your title, then you have your short explanation, and I just simply explain this point. That's it. Now, step 4, just sit down and record. And just walk people through your notes, and obviously keep it natural. I know natural doesn't mean anything, so let me explain what I mean by that. For some people, natural, you will be speaking very rapidly. It will be adding a lot of details. It will be just chasing with their own words. But for other people, it might be very boring. So both of them can work. Like if you're a person, that boring person, like for example, I can be a boring person, or maybe I am a boring person, just speak like this. There will be people that will enjoy listening to you. And on the other hand, there will be also people with so-called TikTok brain. They cannot stand and they cannot watch you. But it's okay. They'll find another creator. You just should attract people that are like you. So when I say keep it natural, it means keep it like you really are. Like you talk with your friends, like you talk with your parents, with your family, with your girlfriend, husband, whoever that is. And aim for 8 to 15 minute long video. I would say it's the best for retention, and that usually means recording between 20 to 25 minutes because you will need to cut out certain parts. So this is the ideal setup. Now step 5, which is editing, and you don't need to do much. You just need to cut out butt takes and you need to cut out silence. So if there is too much silence, just cut it out, but don't overdo it. Sometimes just let yourself be quiet. Just let yourself, don't talk anything and just sit in a silence like that. It's obviously it will hurt retention for the entertaining channel, but it's educational channel, and you're here to get to know other people, to build relationships with them. I'm doing the same thing right now with you. If you like me, well, you'll probably watch another video. If you don't, then you will go and watch another creator, and that's fine, right? You're always welcome to be here, and I'm happy to have you here, but it's really up to you. Sometimes you can add a jump cut to amplify certain points, for example, something like that, and that's pretty much it. And also show, don't tell. So if you can show people something, just do it. It can be something simple like, even a graph or even circles with, core thoughts inside of them. All of that you can do in Canva in, let's say, 2 minutes. So you don't really need an editor for it. And as I said, if anyone tells you that you need retention editing and stuff for educational content, they're just lying to you because they want to sell their services to you. That's it. And forget about retention editing. I already mentioned that, so I will not dwell more on that topic. And here is also a pro tip. You should keep your delivery human. Just keep your silences sometimes. Just let yourself thinking for longer time. People are here for you. You should be the magnet. So right now, if you record your next video, make sure that you implement this, and then implement this in every video that you record. You will see a big difference in, let's say, 1 or 2 months. And also keep the same branding and style. So keep it consistent, but not in a way people think. People think that when you should be consistent, you should post, let's say, 2 or 3 videos per week. It's not what is required on YouTube. Consistency is your branding, style, and topic. So let's say you talk about how to grow on YouTube, or let's say how to dance. So let's say you have one video, how to dance bachata, but then another topic, how to dance salsa. And these are completely different styles. So let's say right now people from the first video are not interested to watch the second one, although there will be some people that are overlapping and they'll be able to watch both videos. But this is what consistency on YouTube means. This is something that most people will not tell you, but this is what you should do. Be consistent with your topic. Just pick one, and people should ideally connect you to a certain word. So let's say you teach bachata or salsa. This is your word. Let's say you teach people how to be solopreneurs. This is your topic. Let's say you teach them how to run Facebook ads for business. This is your topic. Let's say you want to create boring videos. Then I'm your guy, right? You want to create boring videos that make money. I'm your guy. And if you want to see more examples on how boring videos are making more money than well-edited videos, make sure to watch the video you can see on the screen right now. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.